It's a Brawl Stars Variety Hour!
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars! This is a continuation of our variety, where we are going to be playing all of your decks from our 15k subscriber spectacular. So if you haven't seen your deck yet, just wait, because I've got so many to go through and so many of them are so fun. Today I'll be starting off with a little bit of Oglar. Ooh, Oglar, a little one-eyed homunculus friend? Dang Skippy! This is Oglar, a devoted assistant. This is a mono blue deck where at the start of your turn, you will look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in the graveyard and one on top. The one that's on top, you're going to draw, unless you have some other weird replacement effects. I'm not looking that far into that. But whenever cards are put into your graveyard from your library or your hand, you get an extra piece of text. When this leaves your graveyard, you get a 2/2 zombie. It is a tapped zombie token, but this gives you reasons to get the spells back out of your deck, or creatures back out of your deck. Looking at things like God Pharaoh's Gift to then reanimate things. Yes, there is a gate to the afterlife here too, so you can, tutor that out. I think that this is a very interesting looking mono blue deck because it's not just counter spells, but it is definitely relying on a lot of counter spells to protect its game plan while you set up for putting things into and then out of your graveyard. Alright, Oglar, let's see what you got. Oglar versus Gandalf the White. What do I have in hand? Nothing I can really cast other than Oglar, but I do have Oglar and then something that will trigger for Oglar. This is such a weird card to be piloting. I'm doing my best. I think I'll keep this, and I bet off our cycles we can get some good stuff. Isn't that right, Gandalf? Gandalf makes things get flashy, and doubles enter the battlefield triggers for legends and artifacts, also leaving the battlefield triggers. Here's Oglar! I'm just a little guy. Eat some electricity, it's good for you. I'm sure it is, sweetie, I'm sure it is. Potion of healing. We want to put creatures into our graveyard. Putting more creatures into my graveyard. Trying to find lands. Attacking for 1. I failed to find a land. Artifact. Makes sense. And a 0-cost Mox Amber. It's 0 cost anyway. Forgotten Creation goes into the graveyard. This is a land, but it's a land that is unfortunately going to enter tapped. Now I just have to exile my whole graveyard to get a couple zomboys. Oh, a pristine talisman, not prismatic. Solemn Simulacrum gets them another land. Also, the on death for Solemn Simulacrum triggers twice. Okay, there's a land and Gate to the Afterlife. Ooh. I have the God Pharaoh's Gift in hand already. So I don't think I need Gate to the Afterlife. We're gonna use Bath Song. Discard Snapcaster Mage. We want to just keep putting creatures into the graveyard. And next turn, we can use Time Warp. Time Warp into the 3rd chapter of Bath Song gives me enough mana for God Pharaoh's Gift. See, I have a plan. Old man, get in the trash. Trophy mage, get in the trash. Ooh, actually, looter, you can go in the garbage. They could flash out their commander. Hi, Gandalf! Ashnod's Altar, okay. They could sacrifice Solemn Simulacrum here. Draws them 2 cards. They have 3 mana floatin'. Or sorry, 2 floatin', 1 untapped. Old Steel Heart. Sure is. At a discount even. Come Cloud Key. Samwise! Oh, they can bring back the Solemn Simulacrum! I love that. The ring tempts you. But I take an extra turn. Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, Mr. Gandalf. I'm doing very regular normal things. Normal guy stuff. Like, super regular. Shuffle things from my graveyard into my library. So some of these are things that I don't really want to flashback. Not flashback, but like bring back. And this gets me zombies right away. So I'm gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 back into the deck. I get 2 mana. We get zombies. Zom, zom, zom. Got Pharaoh's Grift. Because I'm grifting. I used to have a deck called Goblin Pharaoh's Grift. It was awesome. Curative Mysteries. Lot of zombies. Swinging in for 4. Hopefully they can't just, like, combo out this turn. Ah, there's beeping again where I am. Cease your beepery! Beep, beep, beep. Is there knights yet? Nope! Well, sort of. We played a Mary deck. It had knights in it. You being rude about it? I mean, I'd prefer if you didn't just keep asking. Because I can't tell you when things are going to happen. And you can also find this information for yourself by looking at the VOD. Also, I'm pretty sure I told you that the closest Sir Gwyn deck is at least 2 days away. Yeah, they're doing Paradox Engine stuff. They can actually loop with Tashar here. Paradox Engine absolutely should be banned. Can't believe we matched against 2 in a row. Yeah, it's another Paradox Engine. Well, that's okay. I guess we could just, like, leave. Eventually they'll draw, I don't know, Aetherflux Reservoir. Or maybe, the other sacrifice outlet. The Mills. Bye. Gyox, Brutal Carnivora. This is an alchemy-only card that cares about oil. Delicious, delicious oil. The more oil something has on it, the more copies you get in your library. And things that have oil perpetually get plus X plus X. Well, the copies do. After the thing with the oil on it dies. This is one of these, like, very complex cards that has a payoff for something that otherwise does not have a lot of payoffs, which is part of why Gyox is so nice. I do wish that we had more things like Gyox, both in paper and in arena. Like, I would have loved to have had an oil payoff thing within the set itself. Alright, Gyox, what do we have? We have creatures that we kill, and we draw cards off our things dying. Things that are nice to have extra copies of in our deck, like Bowmasters, Chupacabras. It's pretty nice. Obviously gotta have the card draw, because if we're putting extra copies in our deck, we have to be able to draw them. They're great henges, sort of just like thinning your deck off things like Silverback, Elder, and I assume that there's a couple other card draw pieces in here too. Oh, I don't see it. Oh, nope, there's Beast Whisperer. I was gonna say, where's the Beast Whisperer? There's the Beast Whisperer. It's a Golgari deck, so it's also running some Golgari good stuff, and a couple of board wipes. I see a Crux of Fate and a Blood on the Snow. Okay, Gyox, let's get oily. Muldrotha of the Gravetide. She lets you play things from the graveyard. Only permanents and lands. Just come back. Still really good. A lot of value and a lot of good cards that put things in your graveyard on Sultai. Behold! Lano War Elf! On turn 1. If you thought that ramp was powerful, just wait until this ramp. Leyline Prowler. I could have also played Gyox, but like, I don't know, I don't really need to make copies of any of these. Got a Bastion of Remembrance for when our stuff dies. I want more copies of Gyox. They put a Mycosynth Garden into their graveyard. A Mind Stone holding up blue for Renowned Weaponsmith. Is this a Muldrotha Artifacts deck? Interesting. I kill you. Gyox, keep feeding yourself. This way, when Gyox dies, I will get more Gyoxes in the deck. Bigger Gyoxes. Gyoxies? Ooh, are you killing my commander? Excellent. More copies of my commander in my deck. Nope, they're killing my Leyline Prowler. Oh my gosh, here's something that actually cares about oil. Evolving Adaptive. Also going to play the Bastion of Remembrance because they want to kill my stuff. If this is another Paradox Engine deck, I'm going to get so mad. We just played against 2 Paradox Engine decks in a row. And I just, like... I don't need that in my life. Mystic Ford? It's looking like it might be. Hi, Karn. Plus or minus. I can see what's on top of their deck with the Mystic Forge. Minus making a 4/4 construct. It's a pair of Paradox decks. Sure is. Let's see, we got Leyline Prowler in the graveyard. I can only bring back permanents, but I can proliferate. See what I draw. We're going to Kendra's Transformation, just turning this into a 3/3. Bring back my Leyline Prowler. Sure, more poison. I will send the... one... Those guys there, these guys here. Making sure Karn is dead. Yes. Evolving Adaptive is like one of the few oil cards that just gets straight up bigger with oil. I want as many of those in my deck as possible. And I want them to be absolutely massive. I will put oil on Gyox again. So all of those now have like a base power and toughness of 3. Very good. Chromatic Orrery, that's a lot of mana. It's enough to play Muldrotha even. Or Bolus's Citadel. Aether Spellbomb off the top. Forsaken Monument makes their colorless sources tap for 2. They're paying 1 life to move the Angel of Suffering off the top of their library, because they don't have enough life for it. Hey, that'll gain them a life. Sacrificing the Spellbomb to draw a card. What do they have? It's Finding the Old Gods, which is exactly 4, which kills them. Ooh, I was gonna Bajuka and attack for lethal otherwise. GG. We're playing against Kozilek, a very big, very scary, colorless creature. I have a bit of ramp in this hand. I have some poison, too. Don't mind a bit of poison. Good to proliferate that. Kozilek on cast refills your hand as menace and can discard cards to counter spells, but does cost 10 mana. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't see him for a while. Now, there's a lot of ways to ramp and colorless and to kind of accelerate your mana to an insane degree, like Forsaken Monument. That's like the big one. Turns all of your colorless mana sources into twice the mana. Okay, I have 3 mana here. I think we just need to keep getting more mana. And I would rather get a 3-drop than a 4-drop because I want ramp to get to Bolus's Citadel. Now, if I just get another mana source, I can play Bolus's Citadel next turn. I love this card. I love getting to cast stuff for free off the top of my library. The duplicates get +X+X. Cruelty of Gix, show me your secrets. Hi, Liberator. Do I plan on releasing the document with all these decks on it? No, because I'm deleting them as I play them to keep track, because 200+ page Google Docs are really, really laggy. However, if you want any of these deck lists, just look in the comments on the 15K subscriber special video. What? I don't have an addiction to spending life, just because I'm going to lose 3 this next turn and then maybe a little more. Am I going to tutor for a basic land? Maybe. Dang. Their cards don't have throats. I can't go for them. I didn't get a land. I know what I want! Ah, it was a land on top! No, I'm not going for Silverback. I want to play Bolus's Citadel. Why would I want Henge? Henge would be useless here. Fiona's just so smart. Oh, hello, Casualties of War. That's absolutely worth the 6 life. Land creature, artifact. Oh wait, the creature is the artifact. That's fine. We're going to be destroying Dreamstone, Hedron, Liberator, and Inventor's Fair. They're flashing out Urza's construction drone. I almost said zone. Exactly. I'm not here to not pay life. Oh my god, how they scry. You're a 3/3 with no other abilities. A land. Molder Vine. Gravy. Gravy. Haha, what? Why would I possibly want to draw a card? I only have 4, but if this dies, I'll have 5! I just want I just love the Citadel. Yeah! What do we get? 4! Sure, beside you. I overdrew. I'll drop Floated Contaminator. Losing 2 life. Let me gain 6 life first. That's probably a good idea. Oh, hey, you're not an artifact anymore. I could go for you. Ooh, I think they have enough mana for Kozilek. Oh my gosh, you're right. I could activate File of Galadriel's additional text and gain twice as much life. I should have done it! I should have done it! It would have gained me 12. Oh, the rain just picked up where I am. Big wet. It was raining a bunch this morning, too. Excuse me, I need to gain life so I can pay more life. You guys talking about Starscream? He's ambitious. He's ambitious and he has a big crush on every single Transformer. Oh my god, that's really heavy rain. Hold up, I might need to close some windows. Nick, would you mind getting some of the windows? Thank you. He's a good man. Does Kozilek have a throat? He does! He does have a throat. And we could go for it. Yay, I gained a life! Get rid of some of your mana. Toots! Get more land. Baleful Mastery on the top? Okay, Baleful Mastery on the top. I'll play File of Galadriel. And sit here. Menacingly. Here comes Kozilek! Okay, do I think they're more likely to have something that costs 2 or something that costs 4? The answer is, it doesn't matter. Because we win. Yay. Stylish Mundus submitted a Gyox deck. Gyox is all about hitting your opponent with little creatures so you can draw more cards and then play those cards. This is also supplemented by kill spells, discard spells, and other good things in black. Also, because you're playing in black, you know, you may as well get in some nice devotion cards. I see a Grey Merchant of Asphodel and Sheoldred. I'm also going to make a choice here for our opponent and add in Nykthos. Listen, it's good. I spelled it wrong. It's good, though. Get a Nykthos in your deck. You won't regret it. Chewy Scrab's playing Goreclaw, Terror of Kelsizma. I have a kill spell in hand. What an unusual kill spell to be running. I guess maybe there's artifacts and enchantments that we could have. We have a Hired Poisoner and a potential Gyox. Hopefully they don't ramp on turn 1. If they do, well, good for them. Hey, Wiremite. Hey! Wiremite. I'll swing in. I'm going to use Malakir Rebirth to bring this back. Check out their hand. Way to bring things back. And ramp. I'm going to hit the ramp. They also have a Werewolf Pack Leader. Hashtag a woo. And hopefully I draw land. Aha! A land! Let's see if they block. No block means we draw. Yes, I did just do a scam. Old Growth Troll. That is ramp. I'll start with the Sheoldred. Swing with the Poisoner. They don't trade, so we're going to pay a life, but then we're going to gain 2 life because we drew a card. If they want to draw even more cards, they can attack with their Werewolf Pack Leader. Goreclaw time! Goreclaw gives a discount in which he swings and buffs up everybody. I'm going to start with Assassin's Ink just to get rid of Goreclaw. And then I'm going to attack in with the Hired Poisoner and Sheoldred. And y'all thought I was scamming before. Wait till this turn. Oh, they're not blocking? I guess they would have to double block. I'm just like, oh, I can scam. I can scam if I want to. In case they have a fight spell, I'll keep this Undying Malice here. This can become a 5/3. I'm also fine with Gyox dying. Right now, Sheoldred is kind of the star of the show. Here we go, just swinging in for 5. Don't need Gyox out here. Village Rites on the Hired Poisoner. Or Death Touch. A rat. An Eye Collector. Nice. Look at all these little Death Touchers. Ooh, nice henge. This will get them some card draw and more mana. And a little bit of life, 2 per turn. But that gets undone by the card draw. Hero's Downfall, taking out the Llanowar tribe. Swinging with all of these. We're going to turn 1 damage into 2, swapping out this Eye Collector. This brings them to 1. Now they can gain 2 life. But when they draw a card, they will also lose 2 life. have a bug. You play a creature, it kills you. Yep, they know what they're doing. They put a stop at the start of their turn. Before they draw, they gain 2 life. They're at 1. Do you go out by playing a creature, drawing a card? I feel like that's what green does. It plays creatures. Nice. GG Gorklaw. Torso Boy has added a Gorion Wise Mentor to the queue. This is a Lucky Clover on a creature. Doubles your adventures, and it's a May ability. Unlike Lucky Clover, who is just like, yeah, you have to copy it, which sometimes means that you lose the actual creature. Gorion is a May! You may copy your adventures. And this is in celebration of us getting even more adventures in Eldraine. We're coming to Eldraine again in Wilds of Eldraine in just a few weeks. This deck looks like it has adventures in it. So depending on the adventures we draw, we play those. Playing against a Goshen Tie of Life's Origin. I have some Foretell cards here. Rosethorn Acolyte can transfer 1 of my mana into white mana for my commander. And we also have Quandrix Apprentice. I will take it. Playing the Quandrix Apprentice, so when I cast these sorceries, I might get another land. This is a Shrines deck, so I will expect them to be playing lots of enchantments, and payoff for enchantments, and Shrines specifically. Let's get white mana. Nice, that also works. Key to the Archive. Thanks, I hate it. Can you bounce things? You can destroy enchantments, but not artifacts. No land. Copy it. Get my value while I can. The Rosethorn Acolyte. Nice. So we don't know what they got from Key to the Archive, but I can tell you by looking at the cards that were milled. Our opponent is about ramping, countering, and killing. Probably looking actually to be playing this as a prison deck. There's very often Goshen type prison decks that have like lockout cards that even if you manage to destroy them, they just bring them back from the graveyard because they're enchantments, and for some reason Goshen Tai has more than just the text of making extra shrines. It can also bring things back from the graveyard. Hey, Thoughtseize. Do you want to stop my angels, or do you want to just stop my destroy target enchantment? This is their extra turn. Yeah, they hit Broker's Charm. This gives them 3 total shrines. So they can put 3 +1/+1 counters onto a shrine. A bird. More land. Into the north gets them a land as well, a snow land. Arctic Tree Line. Shattered Sanctum. Not enough Cleansing Fire. Oof, that will currently be gaining them 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 life each turn! And Harold's like, finally, I have a 3-turn clock with this angel! Yes, we have to use this. And we will. Elspeth Conquers Death. Get rid of the Haunted of Cleansing Fire. The 3-turn clock returns. Currently no creatures we can bring back. So we could, I don't know, jump block. That is a second Time Warp. So this first Time Warp was from Key to the Archive, and this one is just in their deck. I guess they'd be able to bring that back. Classy little double blocking. Want to move you back to the command zone? Sure. I milled them before, so there is an enchantment they can already bring back. It's the Spirited Companion! But they need red mana. Does that tap for red? Yes, it does. I'm going to cycle Sparta's Headquarters to try and find removal for the Goshen Tie, so I can just swing for lethal this turn. Didn't find any. That's okay, we swing for 4. Play Gorion again. And the dog returns! Frick. I block, and I also block. It's a board wipe. That angel was going to kill them. I guess I can grab that Quandrix Apprentice again. Dragon's Guard Elite. And a land that comes in tapped. Unfortunately, this is going to be a 3/4 that comes with a 1/1, which is bigger than these. I can double the counters on this. If it had counters! Trying to decide if I want to attack in here. Or if I just go for the Hypnotic Sprite. Yeah, I'm actually going to attack in with both of these. And play a teeny tiny 2/1 flyer. The 2-turn clock returns. Sanctum of All. Oh no, that is going to be tutoring for shrines, putting them right onto the battlefield and then giving them double triggers. Hi, Goshen Tie of Boundless Vigor. Hi. That was a land! I believe there is a black shrine that triggers at the start of main phase, which will gain them life and drain me life and will actually kill me right now. But it was close! Thanks to the power of birds. There it is. Sanctum of Stonefang, going to drain me for at least 5, and going to, well, yeah, win the game. GG, Goshen Tie. Daniel Bose has sent in a mono blue Teferi deck list, pretty much saying, you won't. Yes, I will. This Teferi cares about drawing cards. He makes super strong tokens that are vigilant and grow whenever you draw a card. And Teferi doesn't actually have a plus ability. He has a 0 ability, and then gets loyalty whenever you draw a card, making him essentially get a minimum of 2 loyalty each turn. 1 from your card draw each turn, and run one from his own ability, assuming you're using that 0. This Teferi can get very, very big, very, very fast, and so can the tokens. So other things in this deck are just generally good blue cards. I see Mass Manipulates, Invoke the Winds if you want to do a little bit of crime. Some free spells off one with the Multiverse. A Board Bounce, I see River's Rebuke, and there's a Cyclonic Rift. This deck is very blue. It has many counter spells in it. Let's see if we can win some games. Gonko Plonko's playing Svella, Ice Shaper. She ramps. I don't know what else you want me to say. You can also sometimes get spells, but mostly she ramps. She's like a really fair Kinnan. Hold Steel Heart. Gotta have heart. I don't really need another land right now, so I'll toss that into the graveyard. Nice Bauble. Oracle of the Alpha. Putting a Power 9 in my deck. And a Bauble. I'll see what's on top of my library anyway, so we'll probably want to look at theirs. I could actually save this also for Teferi. I'll just wait. Hi, Spella! A Mox Jet. I would love a Mox Jet. Thank you. It's kind of like a land. It's a land that's not a land. It's mostly a land. Before she could activate, we're going to poop Svella back into hand. Swinging in for 2. Islands. Sure, islands are fine. You know what else is fine? Looking at the top card of your deck. I'm going to wait. I'm patient. So patient. Hi, Spella. Welcome back. They have indeed ramped. Variable of the Mirror Breaker will let them discard, draw new cards, and copy cards. Oh, creatures. Keep this on top. It is a land. The fairy. Minus. I bobble. A forest! 2 blockers. The spirit grows, and so does Teferi's spirit. Ooh, cicadas outside. Cicadas make such cool noises. They attack with the Goblini. I'll block with the Oracle of the Alpha. No more Goblini. And no more Oracle of the Alpha either. That's fine. It already put the Power 9 into my deck. They get an Icy Manalith. And a Vorinclex who gets them 2 forests. Nice. Ooh, are these singletoned forests? Don't need an Ornithopter or Paradise. Toss that straight in the trash. Oh, look, a very fair card. Yes, very fair Magic the Gathering card. Time Walk. I'm gonna make another spirit.
Who's that handsome devil?
And then I'll take an extra turn. Just set up to get some damage in. Reminder. Reach. Secondary reminder. And draw a whole bunch of cards. Oh, we did that a Sublime Epiphany, though. I
am here.
Should probably just hold that. I'll swing with the spirit. Hi. Vorinclex. Haha, what? Me have a way to draw a card at instant speed? No. Never. They are thinking so deeply about if they want to trade. A token for a Klex. You know what's wild? Blood Moon is not going to be banned in Historic Brawl if what they told us is correct, which is that none of the enchantments are being banned in Historic Brawl. This just gives an extra edge to all those beautiful Ragavan decks out there looking to beat up Atraxas. Godspeed, Ragavan. Unfortunately, Ragavan doesn't really match up against Atraxa. He really should. Yeah, all these cards are being banned in Historic, not Historic Brawl. I don't know the logic behind it either. Okay, great. They take the damage. Pass the turn. Fable Flippies. Is there anything you can do about a Blood Moon? Yeah, play basics. Like, look at this deck. All these are basics. Yeah, and if you're playing a red deck, then you're just like, oh, cool, more mountains. I love more mountains. Give us Valakut. Please give us Valakut. Pretty please give us Valakut. I think our opponent was rage quitting. Oh, that's such a shame. Oh well. Guess we deserve it. We're the ones playing Teferi. I'll discover the formula. That discounts all my cards. Oh, I might be able to get a lethal attack here. If I can, I will. If I rebuke, they have no blockers. We draw a card. I don't have enough mana to also Cavalier, which would be more damage. Yes, you're very fun and entertaining, person who ropes against the Teferi. Well, roping's not cool. Like, if you gotta leave a game, just concede. If you don't like playing a match, cool. Teferi versus Joyra! Almost certainly a Paradox Engine deck. Thankfully, I have some nasty blue cards in hand, able to stop their commander from being their commander, counter their commander, take extra turn, Seagate Restoration. Problem with this hand? Doesn't have anything early other than these kind of reactive pieces of removal. We have to wait until they act for these cards to be that useful. With all these lands in hand, I may want to save this as a spell. Invoke the winds, but what if I just stole their commander? Yes. Then I would be the Joyra player. Cloud Key. Naming artifacts. Discounting all those artifacts. I will use the Celestus! I ramped. A Midnight Clock goes bing bong. Guardian Idol also goes bing bong. I could steal that clock before it fires, too. Oh, the possibilities! Because my intent is to steal their commander, I'm just going to play Teferi here. Make a spirit. I don't want to play with counterspells. I want to play with crime. Witching Well draws them a card. Not using their Guardian Idol since they don't have the mana. We draw a card, so we get to beef up our Spirit and Teferi. Hello, ma'am. Would you please join me over here? I'd love to talk. A swan song! Okay, well, if you can't have her, nobody can! She's just a legitimate business babe now.
I've got eyes everywhere.
A whelming wave. Going to put all creatures back into hand. I was really proud of those creatures. Swantang. It's a Swantang. Cute. A Mystic Dispute. I mean, now all we have is just a pile of counter spells and bounce spells. Nighttime, daytime, daytime, nighttime. Wonder what that is. Not the card. Wonder what's in their hand. Network terminal! You must pay the 3. Great work. I really want to play my commander. I want to play with my silly guy. I don't even want to counter your commander. Play her. Play her, play her, play her, play her. Boo! They have a counter spell? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Great, here comes Teferi. Teferi, make a little guy! Yes! Finally, I'm back in little guy mode. Use the bauble, see what's on top of their library. They got to see what's on top of their library. It's only fair that I get to see it too. Draw an extra card. Put this in the garbage. They would be casting their commander from hand, so Wash Away can't hit it. But if they're trying to cast something from their library using Mystic Forge, I would be able to hit it. Hi, Joyra! Yes, very cool. High minus to make another guy. Arcane Signet. I'm going to take an extra turn and throw Joyra back into hand because you can't have your commander. We attack. Bunch of stuff happens because we drew a card. I will draw another card. Oh, Karn's Bastion. Nice, I can use that to proliferate. Get a land. Unfortunately, I am not quite at lethal, even with proliferate or activating the Celestus. But we'll just swing. Kablamo. Oh, careful tapping. Trying to put everything back into hand. Alright, well, we'll see if they have a counterspell for my counterspell. That's a brainstorm, not a counterspell. Did you find one? No? Do I get to kill you with my tokens? Aether Spell Bomb lets them bounce a token. I can bounce a creature, such as the 7/7 Spirit. We draw a card.
Much to consider.
Nighttime, daytime. Don't even care about that. Tome. Actually, do I need a counterspell? Not really. Not for what I'm doing right here. We attack. First they drew. First they'll proliferate. It is still lethal. Excellent work. We could also have drawn one more card off of the Shark Typhoon if necessary. Got there. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars, and thank you to everybody who submitted their decks. I got to play a lot of them yesterday and today, and I'll be playing even more of them this weekend. I say this weekend, but like if you're watching this as a video, you'll be watching it like a week after it happened, because I recorded, I think, 8 total hours of Brawl content today and 7 hours yesterday, which means that these are going to come out slowly, one at a time, one per day, because I can only put so much Brawl on my historic Brawl-focused YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel and helping me do what I do. And I'll see you soon with even more of your deck submissions. Cheers!